All right. So I will, as we go on, as we are meditating, I quickly explain, and then we do our meditation. So we are going to start with a short meditation of breathing, which is very simple. All you do is you sit on the floor with your on your knees, or you sit on the chair like I am, and hang your legs, but put your legs on something on the floor or part of the chair, so you won't be hanging. And then you small back is straight, and you bring your hands up and drop them wherever they drop on your thighs. That's where they stay. So your shoulders down, relax, and you close your eyes and you breathe in normally, like you breathe right now. You breathe in and you breathe out, whether you breathe out through your nose or through your mouth. Either way, this is the thought process while you're breathing. You notice, while your eyes are closed, you feel the movement of air into your nostril, and you imagine the movement of the air. You be with the flow of the air going in. And when it's coming out, when you're exhaling through your mouth or through your nose, you also imagine that air flow is coming out, and you see it flowing out. You feel the flowing out of the air, and you be with that movement of the air in or out. That would be your short breathing meditation. And when we're going to switch to the long one, then I explain to you how it's done as we are going forward. All right? So just close your eyes and start breathing in and breathe out as you normally do, but add a thought process to it. A thought process to it, which is seeing it, visualizing it, being with the airflow, and accompanying the air coming in and going out, whether through your mouth or nose, doesn't matter. Just mind and the mechanical breathing are together. Mind and body are now coordinated. Body is doing the breathing. Mind is also accompanying the flow of air in and out. So we're all focused, one entity, mind and body coordinated. In, out. Breathe in, breathe out. Whatever size of breath, doesn't matter. Just enjoy it. But have your thoughts accompany the breathing. It's like you can see the breath coming in and flowing out. It's like a circle coming in and flowing out. Stay with the airflow. Imagine the air. Have your mind participating in the breathing. Imagination participating in the breathing. So you're breathing in and seeing it flowing in, and breathing out, seeing it flowing out, whether through your nose, your mouth, doesn't matter. Breathe in through your nose, exhale through your nose or through your mouth, doesn't matter. Sometimes big ones, sometimes small ones, doesn't matter. Just keep the mind with that breath, in or out. Enjoy it. Just breathe in and see it come in, and breathe out, see it flow out. Now, keep your eyes closed and breathe normally, and just listen to how I'm going to explain the next meditation breathing that we are about to do. So the principle of it is that we imagine universe is a sphere with endless radius. So in other words, if I'm standing here, from me to the right side of me to the ends of the universe is the same distance as it is from me to the left side of me to the ends of the universe. And it is the same from me going forward in front of me to the ends of the universe, and also from me to the back direction going to the ends of the universe, and all in between angles, like from this side, that side, from up and down, and all in between, all around me as a globe. From me is the same distance to any part of the universe, no matter what direction it is. So I can always say, I am center of the universe. I am center of the universe. And that's true, because from me, when we consider a universe, scientists have approved that it is an endless radius, is a sphere with endless radius. So that means from me to any direction from me to the ends of the universe is infinite. So if it's infinite, that means if I take a step to the left, my right radius doesn't become longer and the left becomes shorter. It's still infinite. If I move one step forward, it's still infinite in all directions. So I can move around, move about, walk about, run about, and say, I'm always center of the universe. So if that's the case, and you know that this applies to you too, you're center of the universe, you're center of the universe, you're center of the universe, everybody is center of the universe. I can never say I am the center of the universe. That's not true, because everybody is center of the universe. Because wherever I go, I'm center of the universe. So I'm not the center of the universe, but I am center of the universe. So, having said that, then now we imagine, now that we have that understanding, now we imagine that from all these corners of the universe that we just talked about, from all directions, there are energy lines that have started flowing to the opposite side of where they are. In other words, from one end of the universe, energy lines traveling towards the other end of the universe, which is infinite. And that happens in all directions. So there's always energy lines from all corners of the universe to all corners of the universe. So much beautiful, positive, strong, supportive energy that is traveling throughout the universe to give life and sustenance, nourishing and thriving opportunities to everything that survived, everything that exists in the universe. So because everything is made out of energy. So this energy is replenishing, is arriving to them, is being flown throughout the universe. So everything that is in this universe can thrive, can exist, can survive, and grow and develop. Now, we go further and say all these energy lines on their travel to the opposite side of where they started the flow, obviously they will pass through the center of the universe, because that's what they have to do to go to the opposite side of where they are. And guess what? We just proved, we just said that I am center of the universe. So all these energy lines actually pass through me. and they all pass through me at that one hypothetical point that we talked about, is the center of gravity of a human body, which is about 20 centimeters lower the abdomen, lower the navel. So we can now imagine all these energy lines from all corners of the universe on their travel to the opposite side of where they are. They all pass through my one point. They all join together at that very point, all of them at one instant. They've all connected in that one point, and they're passing through my one point. So all their energy from all corners of the universe on their journey to the other side of the universe pour their energy. They pass through my one point, which means I am gathering and getting the flow of that beautiful, positive, strong, powerful life energy passing through me at every moment of my life. And all I have to do, which this thing is happening naturally, it's not on my will, it's happening on the will of the universe. It's happening because naturally energy is flowing towards the universe all the time, and it happens to pass through my one point because I'm center of the universe, and they all join together at that very hypothetical small point, the one point, and I just observe it. I don't do anything. I just sit here and observe it. Close my mind and observe that small, infinitely small 1 point, 20 centimeters below the abdomen, and I observe the flow of energy lines all joined together at that 1 point, flowing through, passing through, hence their energy is passing through my 1 point. And how small that point is, I'm focusing on it while my eyes are closed. I can see that flow, beautiful energy, healing energy, amazing life energy flowing through my 1 point. And when I stayed there for long enough, and I feel it's so soothing that I'm just looking at that flow. I'm not doing anything. Like if I'm sitting in front of the river and I'm watching the beautiful, clean, pristine water flowing in the river, and I'm just watching that flow passing through over a rock, and that 1 point that I'm just looking at, I'm seeing the water constantly passing through. Every moment is fresh new water passing on that part of the rock that I'm looking at. It's never the same water. It's always fresh passing through that point of the rock that I'm looking, where the water of the river is flowing over it. Same thing here. It's always fresh energy. It's never the same energy, because energy in the universe is abundance, never ending. So the flow is never ending. And every moment of that flow is a new, fresh energy. So when I'm focusing on the 1 point, when I'm focusing on the flow of all these energy lines having joined together and flowing through my 1 point, it's every second of it is a fresh new energy arriving from ends of the universe and flowing through my 1 point, giving me that healing, that sustenance, that nourishing, that's energy, that's life energy that I need to survive, and I need to thrive and become stronger and healthier. So you focus on that infinitely flow of the energy lines, always fresh in that infinitely small 1 point. They all join together and flowing inward. You don't have to travel with them when they go through the 1 point. You just watch them as they pour into it. And that point is very, very small, infinitely small. And all these energy lines are pouring through it. So that's the point that you focus for concentration meditation. And that's the activity that you're focusing on, the flow of the energy lines at the 1 point. That's what you're focusing on. That's what you're observing. And that's what you're doing, nothing, and just seeing it happening, because it happens on its own. There is no effort on you. That's when you and universe become one. because universe is made out of energy, and all those energy lines are flowing through your 1 point, and there's nothing but your focus on that energy. There's nothing but the energy flow, and therefore there is no universe, there is no you. It's only energy and all that is flowing through that 1 point. Hence, you and the universe become one. You and universe become one, which is condensed to the flow at the 1 point, and constantly and continuously and forever flows. So you're getting refreshed all the moments. And at this time, now you start expansion meditation. That is when you actually start putting your imagination, your focus on what happens after these energy lines have entered the 1 point. Obviously, the ones who entered from this direction are exiting from the opposite direction, and the ones who entered from, let's say, bottom direction or left direction, they're exiting to the right or to the top part. So in other words, if you focus on the expansion, focus on the continuation of the travel of these energy lines, having gone through the 1 point, if you now focus on what happens after they have gone through the 1 point, you will see that they're flowering out, expanding to the ends of the universe now, because you're picking up the other side of the energy flow as they have entered into the 1 point, and now you're traveling with them, accompanying your thoughts with the travel of the energy towards the ends and the boundaries, infinite boundaries of the universe. They're expanding outwardly now. Now you go with them to the ends of the universe, to the skies and stars and everything else that could ever be possibly existing universe, and how big universe expands. You go with that expansion with all those energy lines by your side. And your thought and energy lines travel together to the ends of the universe, in all corners of the universe, like a flower blooming outwardly. And when you get to the point that you can't imagine universe getting any bigger, expanding any further, and the energy lines traveling any further, at that point you just do no imagination, but just watch it flow, expand, extend even more. The energy lines continue their journey and expand towards even further ends of the universe. And you just let it happen, and just stay there as far as you've gone, in all directions. And you just let it happen, because it's constantly moving, because energy never stops. So energy is continuously flowing outwardly, expanding, even if you cannot imagine it expanding any further. But it's happening, because that's the reality of flow of energy throughout the universe, and the universe being infinite, endless. So its travel of the energy lines are endless, infinite. So relax and imagine it happening. Just be there as far as you can be there, and let it further expand into the universe in all directions. And when you enjoy that feeling of being one with the expansion in the universe infinitely, in that ends of the universe, then again allow them to pick up the other side of the energy lines as they're flowing towards you. Now ride on those energy lines and come towards you. They all come and join at the 1 point and flow through the 1 point again. And they're continuously flowing the energies through the 1 point, through the small 1 point that you're focusing on, and you're visualizing, and you're observing the flow of the energy lines from all corners of the universe have arrived now, joined together at the 1 point, and you're now observing the flow of these beautiful, fresh, healthy, strong energy lines pouring into the 1 point, the infinitely small 1 point. And you're focusing on the happening of the entry of that 1 point. You see it, all energy lines flowing through, pouring through on their journey to the other end of the universe, but you're just focusing on that entry point, the entrance of the energy lines through the 1 point. You focus on seeing and observing the flow of energy lines through the 1 point. So small point and so much amazing energy flowing through it. And you just do nothing, relax, and observe its flow. And stay relaxed and enjoy the happening of the flow of the energy lines into the 1 point. And you and universe become one. In turn, condenses, becomes 1 point, lower the abdomen. And you observe the continuous flow of the energy through that small 1 point. So whenever you want to become one with the universe, you focus on the 1 point. Focus on that 1 point and what's happening in that 1 point. The flow of energy continuously and infinitely is pouring through the 1 point. The very, very small 1 point. Infinitely small 1 point. Flow at the 1 point. Flow at the 1 point. You and universe become one. There is no universe, there is no you, there is just flow of energy at the 1 point. Observe. That's called concentration meditation. Now, when you add the long breathing while you have this thought process that I just explained, concentration meditation thought process, when you have that going, when you do the long breathing, that's the thought process when you do the breathing exercise in the reality of it. So I do a couple of that, you can accompany me with that, then we end our meditation. So this same thought process that I just explained to you stays when you breathe in, the energy lines are flowing through the 1 point. That's the thought process that you focus. When you exhale, your thought process would be when the energy lines expanding towards the ends of the universe outwardly. That's when you exhale and you expand. You expand, thought process is going through that expansion visualization when you exhale, and thought process are flowing into the 1 point, energy lines flowing through into the 1 point when you inhale. So this is how that would work out. So when I hit this together, you breathe in and you exhale with the thought process of exhaling. Now breathing with the thought process of energy lines going through the 1 point. When you inhale, when you finish inhaling and you have no more capacity to fill your lungs, you move back a little bit from the 1 point so that gets more air in, and you wait and focus on the flow of the energy into the 1 point until I do this. Then you exhale. When you exhale, with your thought process expanding, with the energy lines expanding towards the ends of the universe, when you finish exhaling, you have no more to exhale, then you move a little bit forward from the 1 point that pushes more air outwardly. So then you wait and focus on the expansion until I do this, and you breathe in again. And if I keep hitting the blocks together, you keep exhaling, and that's the end of the meditation. Now breathe in. Breathe normally. Keep your eyes closed. Focus on the one point where the flow of the energy lines pour through the one point. Keep your focus there. Observe the flow of the energy lines having joined together and flowing through the one point. Just observe the flow at the one point. Become unified with the universe. Enjoy the feeling of tranquility and confidence and connection. You and universe become one. There is no universe, there is no you, just the flow of the energy at the one point. That's when you and universe become one. Fresh, confident, and connected. Focus on the flow at the one point. And let the flow continue. Focus on the one point. Focus on the flow of the energy lines at the one point. Let it flow. Infinitely small. Let it flow into that infinitely small point. Relax and enjoy. Observe. Open your eyes whenever you feel like it, slowly, and hopefully you're relaxed. Hope you enjoyed it. And this was pretty much complete from the short breathing exercise to concentration meditation, and then a long breathing exercise with concentration meditation thought process component. And I will cut this separately and put it for everyone so you can practice at home and to know how the meditation is done here in this live streaming, so we can all do it together whenever you have time to join us, and you're always welcome.